"28 minutes on to 7 o'clock. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Copiti, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Friday. Some folks say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I'm thankful for Fridays too. But I'm thankful for every day that I wake. Good morning, Yulin Alexander. Good morning, Mary E. Banks. How did you do this morning? Hope everybody is doing fine. Hope you had a great night's rest. Petlin, good morning to you. How are you doing, my dear? Petlin, the firing ready? Oh, tell me now. Longing for a firing porridge, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Be a winner today, be an overcomer. Yeah, that song just keeps staying in my head in recent times. Yeah, be an overcomer. Only cowards flee when the foe they meet on the battlefield. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's Friday. Dear Heavenly Father, it's another Friday. Lord, and we know not what today may bring, but you do. So we put our lives in your hands and move forward with our day. Father, there are things happening around us that we do not understand, and we sometimes feel helpless and afraid. But even in the midst of this, we know that you are Lord. Help us to be at peace and put aside all anxious thoughts and stay continually. The Lord is my strength and my shield. He is not only with me, but in me, and I in him. We bless your name forever and thank you for keeping us covered under the blood of Jesus. In his name we do pray. Amen. Can I get an amen there? When we start with this, the day can only be better. Yeah, you know, put him first, man. Yep. But blessed are those who trust in the Lord and have made the Lord their hope and confidence. That's coming from Jeremiah 17:7. The way to be with God in every season is to strive to be near him every week and each day. Good morning. Thank you, Reverend. Reaching out and saying good morning to my old classmates, the veteran Hilarion Gunpot, all the way in New York. How are you doing, my brother? I hope you're doing fine. All the Magdalene College students, class of 89, good morning, wherever you are. Nice. Where's Mildred? Where's Yolan? Jennifer Collimo, good morning to you. Erlin in the U.S., good morning. Veronica Sandy is with us. I don't think there's a better way to start the day, you know. I feel fresh, I feel alive when despite the turbulence around, I feel light, man. The word of the day today, that word is fervent. 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 And it means displaying a passionate intensity. Fervent. Nowadays I notice that they kind of mixing up the pronunciation of the syllables and so forth. Fervent. Yeah, Fervent. Fervent. Displaying a passionate intensity. Here's how we can use that word in a sentence. She was a fervent advocate for education reform. Good morning to the folks at OECS Pearl. Good morning to the Ministry of Education, all the teachers, all the principals, all the ancillary staff in the various schools. Good morning. A special good morning to Paraclete Government School. How are you doing? Yeah. All you doing right? Nice. Ashley Cummings, you're still in the... No, Ashley left. He was in the ministry. Good morning, Ashley. Okay, Mildred is here with us now. Michelle Bernard, good morning. Jillian McIntyre. Everybody's doing fine. I'm so happy. Well, folks, let me tell you, the motivational tip of the day is up next. Nadisha, good morning. The folks up at Mount Agnes, good morning. Pomrose. Esther and your dear son, good morning. Doggy. We've got unfinished business, right? Yeah. Corinth, good morning. The folks up in the Moai. Fen and everybody. Gail and Alvan. Yeah.
One more time.
Visualize your success. Spend a few moments imagining your goals as if you've already achieved them. This reinforces motivation and builds confidence. Every time I read this, I remember somebody comes to mind, Chester Bandy David. I remembered in athletics, McDonald College School Sports, Miss King would say, if you look at Bandy's mouth when he's running, you could see he's saying to himself, he's a winner man already. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, visualize your success, all right? Spend a few moments imagining your goals as if you've already achieved them. This reinforces motivation and builds your confidence. Dorian, you heard that, right? Yeah. Success is just the flip side of the coin, failure. You understand what I'm saying? Nice. 22 minutes on to 7 o'clock. All the police officers of the nation, the security officers, good morning. The nurses, the doctors, all those of you in the medical fraternity, good morning to you. Dr. Dolan Noel and the family. Dr. Francis Martin. How you doing, youngster? You all right, right? Nice. Dr. Keith Johnson, good morning, bro. How you doing? Dr. Hensley Batiste. Dr. Bernard. Why did I start? Because I can't remember all of my friends' names, but good morning to all those of you, right? All you wonderful folks. The folks at the Princess Alice Hospital, good morning to you. Maribo as a whole, good morning. Bylands. Don Farray, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fine. Now, what's buzzing this morning? Hey, Papa, all you're listening, what's going on in the region, right? 14-1 in St. Vincent thus far. Yeah, you'll get more about it in the news, all right? And now, buzzing this morning, Prime Minister Mitchell calls for global unity at Medes Forum. Carriacou power outage on Sunday for Grenlex upgrade. In the region, NDP wins historic election in St. Vincent, and China sends 104 medical staff to Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica. Internationally, U.S. re-examined green cards from 19 countries. And in sports, Bonaire government reaches primary school finals of the football. Primary school finals. Yeah, those are the buzzing stories. They'll be coming up momentarily in the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Good morning, Miss Maras. How are you doing? All the wonderful folks out there in Salisbury Road. Good morning. All right, I want to say happy birthday to Miss Mary Belgrave, also known as Pinks of Hopevale in St. George. Now she's celebrating 80 years today. Happy birthday to you from your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and the rest of the home circle. I want to wish you a happy day. I know for a fact that they will all come together and make it a memorable, exceptional day for you. Yeah, I know that. No questioning about that. So again, happy birthday, Pinks. Yeah. Birch Grove, good morning. May, good morning to you and Underpants and everybody. Marilyn Chris, good morning. Mr. Gordon, she says, well, good morning, my dearie. How are you? The Thornhill family and Golf Course, good morning to you. Sarah Abraham, good morning to you, my dearie. Hope you're doing fine, huh? Nice. The folks at NIS, hope you're all doing fine. Yep, folks. The political climate in the region is really warming up, with all this military thing happening in the Southern Caribbean. The U.S. just had a secretive meeting with Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar that is raising a lot of heat in Trinidad. Everybody is of the opinion that there will be a military strike on Venezuela any moment because of the movements in the region. They've just done some things in Puerto Rico. They're talking about the U.S. military, the refurbishing their bases here, there, and everywhere, strengthening military presence all around. So it is of the opinion of many that a strike on Venezuela is imminent. But God forbid that. Let us remain that zone of peace that we're known for. We ain't want no war. No war. We have our issues dealing with already, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you help us resolve those issues instead of coming and war is not the solution to any problem. It's not. Dialogue, diplomacy. You understand? That's the way we do it. Good morning, my dear friend, Mr. Slocum. Touching up my computer from home, Nice. Folks, it's that time when we head into the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Did I say good morning to Jennifer Collimo? Good morning, Jenny. And the Antoine family in Telescope. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot. My daughter is celebrating her birthday today. Brittany Joseph, who I usually call her Daddy Love Child. She is celebrating today. She will not want me to disclose her age, but Brittany, from all of us, we love you and we know that you are going to have an exceptional day. Mommy is going to give you a big squeeze. That's what she'll give you, and you'll get your love up from Daddy. Right? Love you, baby. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
This holiday season, let the Monica Benoit Wonderland of Lights lead the way to Christmas at the Point. Starting November 30th, the Quarantine Point Recreational Park transforms into a glowing wonderland with dazzling light displays that are the true showstoppers of the season. Take a magical tuk-tuk tunnel ride through twinkling arches. Explore Santa's grotto, cozy up with a picnic blanket under the stars, and savor delicious eats from local vendors. Entry is just $5 for walk-ins, $10 per carload, and $20 for premium carload parking. Plus, grab a cozy picnic blanket for only $40 and enjoy the season in style. Special pricing applies for New Year's Eve. Visit our Instagram or Facebook pages at Rotary Club of Grenada Events for more details. It's holiday fun for the entire family every night from 5 p.m. till midnight, and it all supports the charitable work of the Rotary Club of Grenada. Christmas at the Point. When the sun sets, the wonder begins. Mark your calendars. It all begins November 30th.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
There are lots
Lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, 28th day, November 2025. Coming up in the news, Prime Minister Mitchell calls for global unity at Midday's Forum. Carriacou power outage on Sunday for Grenlex upgrade. In the region, NDP wins historic election in St. Vincent. China sends 104 medical staff to Jamaica. Internationally, U.S. to re-examine green cards from 19 countries. And in sports, Benin government reaches primary school football final. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
It's the happiest time of the year. With the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you Nexa is here. It's the happier holiday time of the year.
Dreams come alive with Nexa Credit Union's Happier Holiday Loan. Get up to $50,000 for gifts, home makeovers, travel, and more. With easy payments, affordable rates, and quick approvals. This year is happier with mystery wrap giveaways online. Santa's Happier Holiday surprises in branches. And one lucky person will win the grand prize. A day pass for 3 at Sandals. And Nexa will donate up to $5,000 to a school of your choice. Visit our social media to vote as we make more than wishes come true.
It's the happier holiday time of the year.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads. Terms and conditions apply.
And Pitty Martinic. This is exciting news for all car lovers and car owners. Get ready for Grenada Auto Fest 2026, a car show with a difference. From antique and classic to modern innovations. Saturday, March 14th at the Roy St. John playing field in Tantine. Car owners, this is your chance to show off. Get that machine ready. Get that ride in mint condition. It's full throttle face-off between old school rides, the hot rod, and the supercharged modern customized rides. This is a family affair. Bring the kids, bring the crew, bring the whole yard. It's the Grenada Auto Fest 2026 on Saturday, March 14th. Get ready.
A good Friday morning, everyone. With the news in detail, I am Gordon Joseph, welcoming our friends from Hot 98 FM. A powerful call for global unity and justice echoed across Tangier, Morocco, delivered by none other than Grenada's Prime Minister, Deacon Mitchell, as he shook the room at the 17th Midday's Forum. From climate disasters to geopolitical tension, the Prime Minister warned that the world world is breaking apart and small nations are feeling the shockwaves the hardest. We have more in this.
I'm from a small state in the Caribbean. It's a great honor for me to stand among you today and yet witness firsthand how global tremors, distant conflicts, shifts in trade, changes in climate, fluctuations in aid and investment ripple across distant shores and shape the lives of ordinary people. For small and vulnerable states like Grenada or Antigua and Barbuda, whose Prime Minister is here with us, fractures in global governance or in multilateral solidarity often translate into economic hardship, migration pressures, and ecological vulnerability. Polarization between great powers, geopolitical blocs locked in rivalry, can weaken the very institutions designed to protect us, leaving small nations with fewer places to turn and fewer voices that truly represent them. And fractures within societies, whether due to inequality, marginalization, or lack of opportunity, risk undermining social cohesion, stalling development, and stifling hope.
Mitchell painted a vivid picture of a planet under pressure, supercharged hurricanes, rising seas, and weakened global institutions, calling it a real-time emergency, not a future threat. He also made international headlines by voicing Grenada's support for the UN Security Council's latest resolution, endorsing Morocco's autonomy plan for Western Sahara, calling it a serious and credible path to lasting stability.
So as we gather in Tangiers, we cannot ignore one of the most consequential recent developments in this region: the adoption by the United Nations Security Council on a new resolution on Western Sahara, endorsing Morocco's autonomy plan for Western Sahara as a serious and credible basis for resolving a conflict that has spanned half a century. A resolution that Grenada supports and welcomes. That long-standing issue, no matter how complex, cannot and has not been ignored indefinitely, and we commend the Kingdom of Morocco for its approach. We see it as a chance for renewed dialogue and the crafting of the type of outcome that honors stability and justice. From Grenada's perspective, and from many of the small and medium island states, it is important to remember that stability in Africa is of global importance.
The Media's Forum continues in Tangier, bringing world leaders, thinkers, and diplomats into what is shaping up to be the most pivotal global discussion of the year. Carriacou will experience an island-wide power outage this Sunday as major upgrade work is scheduled for the south feeder from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. According to a Grenlec media release, the outage is necessary to safely complete a significant system upgrade driven by rising electricity demand in the island's south. Grenlec's department manager for Carriacou and PD Martinique, Wallace Collins, says the company is replacing the existing 750 kilovolt amps transformer with a more powerful 1500 kilowatt amp transformer, boosting capacity, improving reliability, and increasing operational flexibility. Grenada continues to face a growing shortage of qualified physicians, a challenge also reflected worldwide as the World Health Organization predicts a deficit of 10 million health workers by 2030. According to a media release from the St. George's University, the SGU, the institution has awarded 30 new scholarships to Grenadian students entering its School of Medicine, an effort aimed at boosting the country's medical workforce and expanding opportunities for local students. SGU President and Dean of the School of Medicine, Dr. Marios Lucas, says educating Grenadians remains central to the university's mission, noting that every scholarship represents a stronger, healthier future for our nation. Two Grenadians are among the recent graduates of the University of Trinidad and Tobago's 2-year diploma in conservation and management of forests, wildlife, parks, and the environment. According to the OECS Commission, Alex Lambert and Charmaine Augustin completed the EU-funded Integrated Landscape Management Program designed to strengthen regional capacity in forestry and environmental resource management. The graduates are now equipped to support climate resilience, biodiversity protection, and sustainable land management across Grenada and the wider OECS region. And finally, Grenada's blue economy took center stage on Thursday as the Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs hosted a one-day national validation stakeholder consultation on the draft fisheries legislation. Fisherfolk, exporters, value chain partners, and FAO legal experts dug deep into the proposed updates to the Fisheries Act Cap 108, raising tough questions and tackling long-standing issues in the sector. The ministry will now refine the draft based on the feedback before sending it to Legal Affairs and then to Cabinet for approval. A strong cross-section of agencies attended, including Customs and Excise, the Grenada Coast Guard, Fishermen's Associations, Export Partners, and SU's Marine Department. Officials say the consultation marks a major step towards strengthening and modernizing Grenada's fisheries sector. That's the local news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, along with the sports and the weather, they're straight ahead. Well, the streets of St. Vincent and the Grenadines is now in an atmosphere of celebration as the new Democratic Party, the NDP in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it's celebrating a historic landslide victory, taking 14 of 15 seats, and that's according to preliminary results. The decisive vote was a crushing defeat for the Unity Labour Party, the ULP, which has been in power since 2001. The outgoing Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, was the only ULP candidate to hold on to his seat in the elections, where there was a severe decline in the party's previous 9-seat majority. Gonsalves, the Caribbean's longest-serving Prime Minister, will hand over the reins to the NDP's Godwin Friday. It looks like a giant has fallen in Vincy. Peter Wickham, a regional political analyst, he said on Facebook as it became apparent that Gonsalves, a prominent climate justice and slavery reparations advocate, was going to lose the election. Other governments in the region congratulated Friday on the result. Jamaica's Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, who is dealing with the devastation of Hurricane Melissa, described the election as an important moment for the Vincentian people. He said on X, "I wish Dr. Friday every success as he undertakes the responsibility for national leadership, and I pray God's guidance and wisdom upon him in the work ahead." Friday, who is 66, is a lawyer by profession. He took over leadership of the NDP in 2016, but has been in Parliament since 2001. His party had promised to create more and better paid jobs, addressing rising crime and violence, and improve healthcare and infrastructure. It had also pledged to follow other Caribbean countries in allowing individuals to gain citizenship through significant financial contributions to the economy. Jamaica's Hurricane Melissa response is being strengthened by China, which sent a medical ship carrying 104 personnel, including doctors, nurses, and technicians. Health officials report
These are
that
actual photos of
parishes, 74 of 101 health centers have resumed full services, with hospitals continuing to operate and community health aides providing guidance and public education. Venezuela has revoked operating rights for several foreign airlines after they complied with the U.S. FAA advisory not to fly over the country due to potentially dangerous military developments in the Caribbean. The 48-hour deadline for the airlines to resume flights expired on Wednesday, with Caracas accusing them of joining actions of terrorism sponsored by Washington. Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello said the Maduro administration decides who flies and who does not, criticizing the U.S. and the Dominican Republic for their anti-narcotics operations in the region. Iberia said cancelled flights until December 1st, while the International Air Transport Association says it remains committed to restoring operations as soon as conditions allow. Now, looking further afield, the Trump administration has said it will re-examine green cards issued to individuals who immigrated to the U.S. from 19 countries. The head of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, Joseph Edlow, said the president had directed him to conduct a full-scale, rigorous re-examination of every green card for every alien from every country of concern. The agency pointed to a June proclamation by the White House that included Afghanistan, Cuba, Haiti, Iran, Somalia, and Venezuela. The announcement comes in the wake of an Afghan national allegedly shooting 2 National Guard troops in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, gravely injuring them both. Now that's the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Well, the Bonaire Government's Primary School has secured a spot in the National Primary Schools Football Tournament final, defeating South St. George Government 4-2 in their semi-final game. They will now face St. Peter's RC in the final, which is scheduled for Wednesday, 3rd December. Fans are gearing up for what promises to be an exciting showdown to crown this year's champion. I'm betting on Bonaire. Yeah. And finally, in sports, the race for a Super 50 Cup final spot is down to 3 teams: Barbados Pride, Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, and Windward Islands Volcanoes. Barbados Pride lead with 29 points and face Guyana Harpy Eagles in their final preliminary match, with victory securing a spot in Saturday's final. The Red Force sits second on 22 points and need to win over the Leeward Islands Hurricanes to stay in contention, while the Volcanoes must beat Jamaica Scorpions and rely on other results to reach the final. Bad weather has played a major role, with several matches abandoned due to the rain, keeping the final qualification. The suspense there has been kept alive because of that. And that's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports in our luncheon edition and in our primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
This year, make colorful Christmas memories with Berger. Get 30% off select 1 and 5 gallon purchases. Each purchase over $300 gives you a chance to win one of 3 cash prizes every month. October $2,000, November $3,000, December $5,000. Drop your entries in the specially marked boxes in store and enter as many times as you like. Promotion ends December 20th. Berger Paints, for lasting beauty and protection.
And folks, for the latest weather forecast, we now join forecaster Finber Frank at the forecast desk at the MBIA. Good morning to you, Finber.
Hey, good morning. It's a cloudy morning across the state with some showers moving in from the east. Down here at the southernmost end of the state, the winds are blowing from the east at 10 miles per hour. The pressure is lower than the mean, but it's rising at 12.5 millibars. Present temperature 27.0 degrees. Orange 83%. Maximum temperature here within the last day got up to 30.9 degrees, while the minimum temperature last night was 25.8. Please note, all temperatures at all times are in Celsius. In terms of rain down here within the last day, not much, just 0.1 of a millimeter. Hence the total for the month goes up to 82.2 millimeters. Again, this is only for the airport. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some brief showers during the morning time, but by mid-afternoon we should see fewer clouds and showers. Maximum temperature for the day should get up to near 31 degrees. Winds east, northeasterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Waves should be near 7 feet in northeasterly swells, hence the seas will be moderate. If you're going out at sea and you have a small craft, please note that there is a warning out for you. That's mostly for if you're going off the east coast. Keep in mind you could meet waves near 7 feet in northeasterly swells. Tides are rising now, should be high near 9:15 this morning, and then low this afternoon just about 3 o'clock. Sunset 5:39 and sunrise on Saturday 6:12. That's it from the Met Office and from my Frank.
Thank you very much, Fimba. Have yourself a great day now and a great weekend. Folks, the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Since it's nice, we're doing it twice. Clock out and clock into courts. November 28th, it's Black Friday Reloaded.
It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Prime Minister Mitchell calls for global unity at Midday's forum. A Carriacou power outage on Sunday for Grenlec's upgrade. In the region, NDP wins historic election in St. Vincent. China sends 104 medical staff to Jamaica. Internationally, the U.S. to re-examine green cards from 19 countries. And in sports, Barnet government reaches a primary school football final. Now that has been the AM edition of news for today, Friday, the 28th day of November 2025. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive, safe, healthy day and a great weekend, and yet still inviting you to stick and stay with the network throughout the day, because we're with you anywhere and everywhere. To our dear friends and Hot FM, we say thanks for joining us and have a blessed day likewise.
Hello? Brenda, girl, you ain't see Robert bringing a whole set of thing there?
Where? Bonje? What at?
Girl, a solar panel.
Solar panel?
Yes. And what a tank too.
But like Robert win a lot. Oh gosh, Val, I sure you see me.
Hey, you too fast.
You may be wondering the same thing like Brenda and Val. It's no secret. I took a BFF loan from Co-op Bank. With this affordable financing, I'm able to build in a climate-friendly and energy-efficient way. The more climate resilient I build, the lower my interest rate. I'm building for the future, and my BFF Co-op Bank is helping me do just that.
Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome home.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
Grenada Get Ready. GBN, the Ministry of Education, and the Division of Culture proudly presents Christmas Harmony 1.0, the inaugural primary school carol singing competition. Join us on Friday, December the 5th at 1 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Magical voices, festive spirit, and exciting competition await. Tickets, adults $10, children $5. Christmas Harmony 1.0. No better place to be. Be there.
Promotions in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe's Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
All right, folks, it's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock, and at this time I now join Corporal Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Corporal Paul, good morning.
A pleasant morning to you and also to your listeners. And as I've said, it's always a pleasure to bring the traffic update so persons can be aware of what is happening, especially on our nation's road, and what they can do to avoid some of the traffic congestions and so forth that we have along our roads. This morning, most of our traffic in the town and all its adjoining road, we definitely have a moderate flow of traffic at the moment. No obstruction and no accidents reported so far for those areas. But however, we start seeing movement of traffic in most of the areas. Sorry, we do not have any live footage this morning for those persons who rely on it to get to their destination. But nonetheless, we're here, and we're definitely going to let persons know what we have based on information so that they can take the necessary action and to whether they have to take diversion to get to where they're heading to. But as it's to Calivini Public Road, we already start seeing some movement there. It's not heavy, it's moderate with the potential to become heavier, which we normally have in the morning time. And also the area of the St. Paul's Public Road, we already started seeing movement of traffic there as well. And we had a closer look, and the area of the Western Corridor is moderately flowing. Also, traffic from the Grand Etang direction, that is traffic coming from the Boyo direction, is moderate flowing as well. So most of the areas at the moment is moderately flowing, but we know it's rather a bit early still, but as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour, that most of the areas will definitely have a different flow of traffic coming from their various locations. And as I dive right into the accident state, the accident for the past 24 hours, we had a total of 10 minor accidents reported. 10 minor accidents reported. Traffic headquarters, we had a total of 5 minor with a couple of hits and runs. And we also have South St. George at 2 minors. Guab 1, Grenville 1, and Citiers 1. So that brings us to the total of 10 minor accidents reported within the Tri-Island state of Grenada. In addition to that, we want to encourage persons to drive safely along our nation's road. Let us drive in a manner that is conducive for our road conditions as well. And persons must take note as to that. Let us make sure that vehicles are properly maintained also, because we're seeing a lot of vehicles a lot of accidents are caused by where persons complain of having brake failures and so on. And also let us be focused along the road and avoid any distractions such as cell phone and anything else that takes out our focus along the road. Yes, as we move on, we know that the Nawasasi project continues in the south of the island, and especially in the nighttime, so persons should expect some traffic diversions, especially in the night as it relates to those going to and coming from the south of the island. Work has started again within the Belmont traffic lights and the Gulf Coast region there, so persons will definitely have to use the Glens Road and come on out to the Callan Park Road and onto by the Food Fairmont Road Public Road, especially in the night. I trust that these projects finish as soon as possible so that we can persons can have that sense of normalcy while driving along the nation's road. And I'm just getting some updates as it relates to traffic along the town of St. George area, the Old Fort Lucas Street roundabout. The Ministry of Work started some work there, and last night they had a trench across the road where it made the road a bit impassable for drivers and motorists, even a bit dangerous for pedestrians as well. We assessed, and it definitely would be impossible for motorists at the moment. So because coming out from the terminus direction or any other way, and they want to access Lucas Street from the Old Fort direction, you would not be able to do so this morning. Or if you're coming out from Lucas Street and want to access the Old Fort Road, you would not be able to do so because of that trench that is in the road. So we advise, especially the bus commuters, that if you're coming out from the terminus direction, if you come up St. John Street, you'll have to go down to Cemetery Hill. But we advise that you use the River Road, Public Road, and then you make your destination onto that route. So please take note, you would not be able to access the Lucas Street from the Old Fort direction. I just want to send that message out. And for the persons who have not left home as yet, or you're still in the shower for whatever reason, remember you're definitely going to be late this morning, so we want to encourage you to hasten your footsteps and get the ball rolling and leave home so that you can get to your destination on time and safely. And we want to make sure that everyone gets to the destination safely this morning. And it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, so we definitely would have some increased traffic in most of the areas flowing this morning, especially during the town throughout the day. And we also have one cruise ship in port, so remember the tourist hotspot areas will definitely have some traffic in those areas. This is as much as we have this morning as it relates to traffic update. So we want persons to continue to drive safely over the weekend. Remember, we're definitely going to be back Monday morning to give you those necessary information that requires you to get to your destination safely, and also any safety measures and tips that we definitely would give you for road safety. And the question we ask every morning, and we'll continue to ask that question again this morning, more specifically, If you are texting,
then the question is, who is driving? All right, if you're texting, who's driving? Right, you can't text and drive.
Not at all.
Corporal Paul, thank you very much for your report this morning. As always, we look forward to another engagement come Monday if the good Lord spare our lives.
Absolutely.
Have a great weekend. Folks, that's the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we start the conversation. It's going to be a busy morning. Stay with us.
Megaforce Promotions, in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN, presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Grenada! Get ready to celebrate culture, creativity, and community. It's the Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival happening on Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th at the Sates Bus Terminal in St. Patrick. Friday, December 5th will be the opening night with prayers and worship. Then feel the rhythm ride with theater performances. On Saturday, December 6th, it's Market Day and cultural celebration in Sates. Come celebrate our roots with Asaraka. Sunday, December 7th, it's the grand finale. Folk celebration. We close the festival with pure culture, the rich traditions that makes us who we are. So mark your calendars. Friday, December 5th to Sunday, December 7th. Sates Bus Terminal, Kamahon Folk and Buy Local Festival. This event is brought to you by Ministry of Tourism, Creative Economy and Culture
in partnership with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development.
Since it's nice, we're doing it twice. Clock out and clock into courts. November 28th, it's Black Friday reloaded.
Yo, Mackenzie, you hear the news? What news? The upcoming GBN Carol singing competition.
Oh yes, I remember. Do you know that our school is taking part?
You're lying.
No, for real. Come, let me show you the best choir in competition.
Grenada, get ready! GBN and the Ministry of Education presents Christmas Harmonies 1.0. The inaugural primary school choir singing competition. December 5th, 1 p.m. The Grenada Trade Center. 15 schools, magical voices, and fierce competition. Cheer for your favorites in categories like Overall Champion, Most Creative, Best Solo, and Best Group. Entrance, adults $10, children $5. Don't miss the holiday magic. Christmas Harmonies 1.0, where Grenada's brightest and youngest voices shine. Be there.
Welcome to the conversation. It's 28 minutes on to 8 o'clock. And with me this morning, we were just talking before we came on the set. And, you know, I have to tell you how time is flying because it seems like yesterday that I had her here with some other colleagues representing the Child Evangelism Fellowship. And we're back again, and it seems like just like yesterday. It was since last year. Good morning, my dear friends.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
How has it been?
Well, let me talk because I was here last year in November, a little bit earlier in November. And we, as I was sharing earlier too, we've had several people who said, "Oh, Cheryl, I saw you on TV, with these people and whatnot." And I was saying that I wanted to step up a notch this time. Okay. I don't want it to only be that they saw me on TV this morning, but that they would take action based on what they hear from, going forward.
Now, for folks who haven't heard about it before, tell us exactly what is the Child Evangelism Fellowship all about?
Okay. Well, as the name suggests, you hear the word child, so you know that we have something to do with children, and we generally focus on children between the ages of 4 and 14, right? And the next one, evangelism. So we believe, and especially in a nation like ours that claims to be a Christian nation, that each child has the right to hear the gospel, the message of Jesus Christ, and have an opportunity to be saved, to become a believer in Jesus. That's what we believe, and especially in our country. So our fellowship is part of a worldwide fellowship, and that was started since 1937. We were 88 years old, yes, and it's worldwide. We're in almost every country in the world, and we are, of course, in Grenada. And I'm so happy to have with me the person who started us out 14 years ago officially in Grenada. She's here with us today too, and I'm so happy that she's here. So we evangelize, and we also help children to grow in Christ. So we don't just say become a believer and we leave you like that. We help them to grow, and we also mandated to establish them in churches. So they go. If we know a church nearby, we invite someone that we feel is sound. We invite them to go to that church, and then hopefully the pastors and the elders and so on in that church would help them to continue to grow.
Take them under the wing, sort of thing.
Yes.
Nurture them. Okay, I want to go to my dear friend. Tell us your name again, please.
My name is Pratima Sukra Samuel. Yeah.
Say that slower again.
Pratima. Well, they call me Miss Pretty, which I prefer. That's easier.
Yeah,
so, yes.
Pretty. All right.
Pratima Sukra Samuel.
Samuel. Okay. All right. Now tell us, my dear friend here just said that you initiated that program here in Grenada. Tell us how that came about.
Well, I was involved in CEF since in my early 20s. I said yes to full-time ministry. I got that calling from the Lord, and I said yes. And Grenada was one of the countries that I was sent to help develop. I came 14 years ago with a big heart, a vision, and 2 suitcases, and contact of one pastor. And after I got here with, of course, lots of prayers, because prayer is one of the foundation of the organization, We started to do training and promotions. I met with several pastors one-on-one. We did church promotion Sunday morning. And our dear sister here, Cheryl, she was one of the person that did an intense training we had called Teaching Children Effectively Level 1. After Cheryl attended that training, the Lord spoke to her heart about working with children in an effective way. And a few years after, she said yes herself to full-time ministry. Cheryl is a teacher by profession, and then she worked with a law firm, I think, at once. But after her eyes were open to the needs of reaching our children in Grenada, I guess she couldn't go home and continue life as normal. So she decided to say yes, to give up the life she knew, to work on behalf of Child Evangelism Fellowship in this nation. So right now she's carrying a huge burden.
Okay.
The spiritual aspect of our children in this nation.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. So, how, from Grenada's perspective, how is that program unfolding? How are the fruits, manifesting?
Well, yes, I'm so happy that you asked that, because we've, not just me now, so there were others who were trained together with me who are still involved 14 years later, so I'm really happy about that. And of course, along the way, we've had others who were trained, so that I became an instructor as well. So, from training, more training. And we have one other sister, Jeanette Joseph, who is also an instructor. And so we've had trainings after that for other people and so on. So other people are on board. And we also were able to, since Pretty was here before, established a board. So the board has been there, it really helped to keep things together, to keep us, going. And right now we have clubs in a few of the schools. So one of the flagship programs of CEF is Good News Clubs. So when we train these teachers, we expect them to go and hold clubs. So we go into different schools, we go into communities and hold clubs. So we especially prefer to have them in community centers and so on, or in people's homes even, as opposed to a church, because that there are some people who maybe they don't like this church for some reason.
Yeah, they don't like
right? And they probably don't like this church and this pastor and those people in that church. But if you have something in a community center, they may send their children. And as I said, basically what we do is share the gospel with the children in fun ways. We have they learn the Bible, but in a nice fun way. So they sing songs, they play games, and they hear a Bible lesson. And it's really, really a way that we reach them. And we've seen fruit. We've seen children who decided. I remember some time ago it was a carnival time, and the carnival is big in Grenada, and everybody whatever. But the child refused to go to see whatever because she felt like that was not something she wanted to be involved in anymore, right? It was a child there was a club in St. Paul's, and she felt like no, I don't think Jesus, that's not a Jesus thing. So she didn't want to go, and of course she'd get a little push from the parents, like, why I don't want to go, but she was resolute. She didn't want to go. And we have other stories of children who have really believed on Jesus, and you would hear them. Of course, there's a struggle because many of our homes these days are not gospel oriented. So even if we teach them in school or wherever we meet them and they go back home, there's this little difference, like how comes another thing that happened too. There was another little club where this child was coming. And we believe, we didn't hear, but we believe that what may have happened is the child may have gone home and said something that she saw mommy and daddy doing that she thought they shouldn't do, and she may have said it. That's what we believe happened based on what she said. And they stopped her from coming to the club. Right? And we prayed, we were already praying for this little thing because she really, the teacher said she used to come by the door and kind of peek in, like when they have in the club, because she wants to be there, but they told her not to come. And then one time when we had a rally, when all of them came together, all the groups came together, then they allowed her to come, and you could have seen how happy she was to be back, to be able to join again. So we know that the gospel, the Bible tells us of itself, that it is the power of God unto salvation. And we believe that when we share the gospel with the children, they hear here and they're little, but they can believe, and really it can make a difference.
So let me ask this. If there are members in the audience that are hearing this and they're saying, I would like my child to be a part of that, how does your recruitment process take place?
Okay. Well, some schools, thank God, but mainly in the private schools, the private primary schools, we have, for the most part, we get full access. So the school just allows us to come for an hour. So in some cases we get half an hour, whatever time we get. So sometimes they replace our teachings with the assembly. I mean, the assembly is replaced by our group teaching. So we go in for like 8:30 in the morning in some cases. And we go, well, there's two schools where we go like 12:30 and we get a full hour. So we do the whole games and this and that and everything. When we go to the other ones, we just basically do an assembly. So we do the Bible lesson as much as we could, and teach them a Bible verse and give them some little food for the week, if we do it on a Monday, whichever one it is. And, the joy for me these days, I taught secondary school, right? So I really thought, I've seen people try to teach preschoolers, because I don't think people could have teach preschoolers before. But because they're so like, how you teach them, how do you teach these little things? Because they, from the time you say garden, they remember some garden down the road and they start talking about this other garden. You say fish, they tell you about fish down here. I was like, how do you get them to focus? And I tell you, I mean, I've started teaching the preschoolers and it is such a joy. And especially because they don't really know a lot, it seems. When you think they should know the story about Noah and you say, so you remember when Noah did so and so or so and so, and you realize they're just blank. I was like, wow.
A home deficit, right?
Yes. Yeah, so it is even more of a joy for me to be able to bring that to them, Okay. And Pretty has much more experience doing that than I do. So
that's what I was about to ask you. The institution is 88 years old, you said?
Yes,
it is 88 years old. And you've been involved in it quite a while, because you said that's
since in my 20s.
Early 20s.
Since
which is not so long ago. You're just 25, right?
I know, That's been almost half of my years. Now they're gonna know my age, right?
So tell me, we're hearing good things from Grenada's perspective, but in consulting with your other groups around the world, because it's a worldwide organization, how impactful has it been?
It has been impactful. In 2024, Child Evangelism Fellowship have reached 27 million children around the world. And Grenada is a part of that statistics. Yay!
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah, so, and throughout the Caribbean, we have the work going on in most of the Caribbean countries. And we're reaching children through not only the Good News Club, but we have, Christmas is coming up, we have Christmas party clubs. Then we have the Easter party club. So we take every opportunity, every season there is, to present the gospel to the children.
Yeah, so when the secular people have their carnival and the Easter and the Christmas celebrations, because that's important.
We're tapping into that.
That's important, because sometimes we figure, the world is so attractive and the church is supposed to be the straight jacket thing, but and that's, I think that's where some denominations and leaders miss the mark. You have to create fun things for your Christians and your young people as well. You can't get young people to come in your church nowadays if you only beat in tambourine. You have to have the band. You understand? You have to so you've got to transition with the times.
So while some churches may say, hey, we don't celebrate Christmas and so, it's not about that. It's taking the opportunity of the season to present the gospel to the children. So we have Christmas party club scheduled around the nation. Actually, this afternoon we're having one in Grenada, where I'm staying, for the children in the community. And in the party club, what happens? The program entails of games, Bible lesson, memory verse, a snack at the end, and it's a fun time where children can come together and find out the true meaning of Christmas.
Okay.
You know? Yeah.
So as she said, we have them around the island. So we actually went to the St. Paul's Government School this week, and so we weren't able to do the full thing again there. So I told them, I said, so if you want to get more of this, if you hear about any Christmas party club in your community, then please find yourself there. So you're going to get the rest of this, right? Okay. So another thing, okay. I believe it's the Lord that put that in my head, because we have, the government, the politicians giving out, not government necessarily, giving out toys and so on around this time. So, there's a lot of children that we might invite, may not come, or the parents may not see, but they're getting toys. Yeah. So we decided to ask if we could piggyback on some of those. So I'm putting it out there for other people as well in your constituencies. If you know when they're going to have the toy drive, you can ask if you can come and do that part of it before they get their toys, because the children, it's already an audience that we don't have to create ourselves. Right. So that is one of the places we're going to be. So they're going to turn down the music or whatever they usually have and allow us to come in. So I've done that for one constituency that I'm close with the person who is organizing for. So I hope that others would be able to do that also, because we have children everywhere. So we have the Christmas party clubs that are coming up. So for the whole rest of the season, we're going to be different places. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, is there anything you thought we left out?
But just an appeal again to people to join us. Okay. If I can give my phone number, is that okay? Please. All right. So my number, my name, I didn't think I said my name either, but those who don't know, so it's Sharon. All right. And the number is 409-2298. 409-2298. You can call and we can give you more information. And if you were planning to call since last year and you didn't call yet, then you have another opportunity to call, because we keep talking about how bad the children are and how they're not behaving and how they're not growing up right and all of that. And we believe, no matter God, and sometimes people say that the church people and them, they're pretensive and they're hypocrite and they this and that. Yeah. But imagine if they were not going to church, how much more hypocrite and more.
That's the thing. Yeah. There's a joke that I created. So for folks who say, I ain't going to church because you have too many hypocrites in there, it's the same thing as saying I'm not going to the gym because you have too much fat people in there. That's what it's supposed to be.
I like that.
Yes. Yeah. So we really think we can make a difference. These little children, we probably, I told the people with ATC the other day that maybe we'll have to do away with ATC. ATC is the Adult Teen Challenge program. Yeah. If the children are saved, then they won't be in the state that the youth are.
That's what Mr. Hector and Richard.
Right. Yes. So they wouldn't be in that state by then. They'd already know Christ and they'd be living lives to please Him. So, it will be different. Yeah.
Okay. Parting words?
Yes. I met with the National Board, was it this Monday? And the Lord lay in my heart to bring this fact out to them. We have 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. So that brings us to 168 hours in 1 week. And my concern is, how many hours are we taking out of that 168 hours to teach our children the Word of God? Some of our children aren't getting nothing when the week is up. And then I liken it to, just imagine you receive the news that there's a particular village in Grenada where the children aren't getting physical food for an entire week. But somebody may go in and feed them for 1 hour per week. Imagine the physical state of that child or of that village. Can you imagine what will go? Grenada will be thrown into chaos if they hear something like that. People will be rushing in with all resources. They'll be taking food, all nutrition, And let us liken that to the spiritual aspect of our children. Yeah. Many of our children aren't getting spiritual food. And there's some maybe churches out there who are giving the food, yes, Once per week, we have Sunday school, we have children's church. But is that enough to sustain our children when they go out there and they have to deal with the peer pressure and the bullies and the temptation? And it's not easy in this generation. And this is my challenge to Grenada today. Let us look out for our children, because like I said earlier to you, the sun is setting. Our children are longing for us to go and feed them and teach them and challenge them in the ways of the Lord. Many are not from a Christian home, so they're not getting no spiritual food whatsoever. And I had a conversation with some of our workers here, and one of the things that they're concerned about, that there's many children are coming from their own church, and also many children they're not aware of the simple Bible lesson, David and Goliath, Jesus calmed the storm, and more and more it's getting to us. We're being, aware that children knows very little or nothing of the Bible.
Generation gap. Yeah. The parents getting younger. Their parents didn't get to go, and
and I have a scripture here in Psalm 17 that I highlighted concerning the same thing that you said. It says, I will utter dark sayings which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. Who have told us? Our Father. We will not hide them from our children, showing to the generation to come. You mentioned a generation gap. The praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he had done. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that they should make them known to our children. Fathers and mothers out there, churches out there, Grenadians on a whole, this is a charge to us, not from our politician, not from our teachers, not from our parents, but this is a charge to us from the Word of God, saying that we should make the Word of God known to our children. And it's a command.
That's wonderful, and that's a good way to end.
Yes,
ladies, thank you very much. And do you have men in your organization?
Well, the chairman of the board is a man, and we've had a few here and there, but sadly lacking, and we've been making that a matter of prayer. So we believe the Lord will answer our prayer today.
Thank you very much, ladies, and continue doing this really, really good work. And next year, I hope to hear better things again. Every year it gets better.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having us.
Pleasure's mine. Folks, we take a quick break. The conversation continues right after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Megaforce Promotions, in proud collaboration with Ariza Credit Union and GBN, presents Grenada's biggest flea market at Monroe Plainfield, Saturday 21st and Sunday 22nd December, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Shop unbeatable deals on bed and curtain sets, appliances, household items, electrical and plumbing supplies, toys, Christmas decorations, clothing and shoes, perfumes and colognes, wines and drinks, and just about everything else. Plus a kids area, live entertainment, food and drink stalls. Want to be a vendor? Call 440-4646 to book your spot before they're all gone. Admission $5. 2 full days of deals and more deals. Shopping, fun and savings. Monroe's Plainfield Flea Market. Don't miss it.
This year, make colorful Christmas memories with Berger. Get 30% off select 1 and 5 gallon purchases. Each purchase over $300 gives you a chance to win one of 3 cash prizes every month. October $2,000, November $3,000, December $5,000. Drop your entries in the specially marked boxes in store and enter as many times as you like. Promotion ends December 20th. Berger Paints for lasting beauty and protection.
Since it's nice, we're doing it twice. Clock out and clock into courts. November 28th, It's Black Friday reloaded.
This Christmas, GBN is lighting up Grenada. From November the 10th to December the 24th, your festive season starts right here with GBN's Christmas Catalog 2025. Start your mornings with mid-morning magic. Weekdays 10 to 12, live fun, giveaways, and Christmas cheer every day. On Friday, December the 5th, the school's Christmas challenge lights up the Trade Center. 15 schools, 1 trophy, and the voices filled with holiday joy. Then on Saturday, December the 20th, it's Christmas in Camahan. Live music, food, shopping, toy giveaway, and the grand tree lighting ceremony. And on Monday, December the 22nd, join GBN's caroling in the city, spreading Christmas cheer all through St. George's. Every Sunday from 5 to 7, enjoy the Utah Sundays with classic Christmas tunes and prices galore. And from December the 1st, K105's Lights of Christmas. Guess that hidden cash and win. So whether you're singing, shopping, or celebrating, do it with GBN. Connecting with you this Christmas. Our partners making it possible: Flow, Ace Hardware, Foodland Supermarket, Grenada Duty Free, Answer Coating, Banfields, and Koyaba Beach Resort. GBN's Christmas Catalog, connecting you this season.
Brenda, girl, you ain't see Robert bringing a whole set of thing there.
Wait, Bonje, what that?
Girl, a solar panel.
Solar panel?
Yes. And what a tank too.
But like Robert win a lot. Oh gosh, Val, I sure you see me.
Hey, you too fast.
You may be wondering the same thing like Brenda and Val. It's no secret. I took a BFF loan from Co-op Bank. With this affordable financing, I'm able to build in a climate-friendly and energy-efficient way. The more climate resilient I build, the lower my interest rate. I'm building for the future, and my BFF Co-op Bank is helping me do just that.
Visit our website for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
This holiday season, let the Monica Benoit Wonderland of Lights lead the way to Christmas at the Point. Starting November 30th, the Quarantine Point Recreational Park transforms into a glowing wonderland with dazzling light displays that are the true showstoppers of the season. Take a magical tuk-tuk tunnel ride through twinkling arches. Explore Santa's grotto, cozy up with a picnic blanket under the stars, and savor delicious eats from local vendors. Entry is just $5 for walk-ins, $10 per carload, and $20 for premium carload parking. Plus, grab a cozy picnic blanket for only $40 and enjoy the season in style. Special pricing applies for New Year's Eve. Visit our Instagram or Facebook pages at Rotary Club of Grenada Events for more details. It's holiday fun for the entire family every night from 5 p.m. till midnight, and it all supports the charitable work of the Rotary Club of Grenada. Christmas at the Point. When the sun sets, the wonder begins. Mark your calendars. It all begins November 30th.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation. And it's 8 o'clock, so there's no BBC this morning. I had to find a way. We had to extend the 60 minutes in the hour thing. Everything is extending nowadays. We have to extend that because the 60 minutes is not enough for the hour for conversation. But nonetheless, this morning, our second guests are Mr. Elvis Morin, my dear friends, Mr. Crony as well. And Mr. Maroon is not here to talk about education this morning, but he's talking cricket. He's a cricketer too, huh?
Of course.
You still could play?
Of course, why not?
Yeah, okay. All right, you could play the remote while you're watching cricket.
No, I could play. I could play.
All right, so they are here this morning to talk about cricket in St. David, what is happening cricket-wise in St. David, and I think this is a good place for us to start. St. David is usually referred to as a virgin parish. Maybe if St. David cricket takes off in such a way and it is copied throughout Grenada, then Grenada could be a force on the windwards and then eventually see more of our players heading into West Indies cricket and transform West Indies cricket. So welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
What's happening in St. David's cricket-wise?
Well, first of all, let me say good morning to the listening and viewing public. We are happy to be here this morning, Mr. Cooney and myself. We'll be speaking basically to two issues. One is our recently elected election that we have annual general meeting of the St. David's Cricket Council, and the other would be in terms of a cricket tournament that will be held early in January. So I would focus on the executive, right? But before I go forward, I here with Mr. Cooney, and I want to publicly express my appreciation to him for the work he has been doing. I mean, I always say that, he said to me many years ago, he said to me, I want to come back and contribute, to the place where he started his cricket and where he spent a lot of his playing years before moved to St. George's. And, most of my know at St. George's, but he would always go back to St. David's in terms of his participation in the early days. I think he's done with the limited resources, and sometimes I would say both human and financial resources, he has done well in terms of leading the stewardship of cricket and keeping it alive. We always been in contact, because I think when he came at a time when I said, let me take a little break, because I was on cricket before. So I want to thank him publicly for what he has done, and he has always taken time to keep me abreast whether I was, what is happening. So we recently had our annual general meeting last Saturday. We have a new executive in place.
And we here is St. David?
Yes, St. David, St. David, yes, St. David. So we're speaking just St. David's there. So yours truly was elected as the president. I am not new to this. I served before as a vice president. Not in Mr. Cooney, but I served. And we have our vice president in Mr. Troy George. Our secretary, Miss Delia Noel. Treasurer, Mr. Nicholas Paul. PRO, Rondell John. Mr. Cooney, of course, still guiding the ship with us here as one of the floor member. And then we have Jaron Noel as the other full member. So we are there planning as to how we can project. There are a number of things that we need to focus on in terms of building cricket. And by the way, despite what we have been doing well, St. David's have been doing well, at the different levels. So we want to continue to build on that. But their focus in terms of not just building an cricket infrastructure in terms of just players, but we want to look at also our officials, from the parish. We want to look at technical and administrative side of things, how we build cricket. We want to look at women cricket, we want to be able to have, do the full suite, right, and give support to what is happening at the national level. So our thing is committed to look at that, go back there. We are not short on this. We've had the people who served before, and we want to pull all our resources together to see how people can contribute, to building this, because we believe if we can do it well, we are hoping that this can, influence not just St. David's, but also nationally. We are a small space. So how do we bring structure to cricket? In the long term, Mr. Cooney and I spoke about it before the annual general meeting. We noticed over the years that we just have like teams participating. So you have a fellas pull together and do a team. So we want to be able to go into a more sustainable path where we focus on clubs. And we don't want to restrict a cricket club because cricket club might be short-lived as well. So if we could find, and that is my thinking now, I mean, the executive, we didn't have considered that yet, but we should maybe look at having sports and culture club. So you give it a longer life, people you have one administrative construct, but work with different discipline and different things. And we can begin to shape, because we believe once we have a club structure, we're in a better place.
If I may just interject here, you seem to have been like the fly on the wall in my brain, because I've been thinking a lot about, for some strange reason, St. David. And my St. Andrew people would say, oh, why St. David? But somehow I think there's a lot more that can be done from a community level that will enhance and uplift the parish of St. David as a whole. And a number of things been coming to mind. I don't know if there were ever culture clubs and so forth here, where St. David's got it. Bring the various communities to the clubs to come and show off what this. For example, I know up in Argai, there's a guy up there that I can't remember his name now, but he's very good with the drums and the PK and this sort of thing on them. Bring the villages and show what this village has, and it has a multiplier effect. All right, you get community bonding, reduction in friction with members of the community and so forth, and then the general upliftment.
Well, I mean, you're spot on with that, because there are a lot of untapped, or maybe it's unstructured talent.
That's what we call it, the Virgin Parish.
Yeah, pool in St. David that we could work with and move forward, and a lot of research can go into it as well. So that's what I was saying, that we could kill many birds with one stone in terms of not just looking at.
Listen, hold on. On my program, I'm a conservationist. Yeah. We don't kill birds. We bake 2 cakes with 1 egg.
Well, okay. Well, maybe yes.
Many cakes with 1 egg.
I was going to say many cakes, right?
We don't kill birds anymore.
And I like that. So we could look at how we pull, and because they're very talented, you pull it and all the talent just is been managed. So cricket might be one, but also you notice that their needs. A cricketer is not just standalone. So you have a cricketer, but the cricketer has other things that, a cricketer might be a soca artist, a cricketer might be a calypsonian. So how do you bring that person to be in an ecosystem that can foster the structure of everything, and we wouldn't run away, because, St. It should be told that, for many years, what we knew was cricket. We grew up knowing cricket. There's some areas, of course, in Grenada that was predominant football, but we, St. David, St. Andrews, we grew up cricket,
Idlers and them guys.
Exactly. So my thing is, we need to look at that, and then the talent. We still have talent. There are guys who are doing things in St. David by way of, but it just happened done like in liquor pockets. If we bring all these talents to bear, in one place, one structure, it means therefore we can be able to maximize resources better, because you're doing a number of things one time, and we do appreciate the fact that we need to keep our young people into, because they're easily distracted these days. They have,
and you can't blame them.
No.
The opportunities are right there.
Yeah, that's not a blame on them. How do we bring them together? How do we contribute to them going forward? And I think because you want to see them nurture into something, right? And say, okay, look, in other words, as Mr. Crony would say, from a coaching point of view, see him go at the different group stages. How do you take them? So like you might spot, and Mr. Crony could tell you all the thing relative to Andrew Fletcher and how he get to different stages. He could speak to that with no book, because he has this in his head. So the fact is that, how do we nurture that talent? How are we able to, and structure able to bring them back? Because sometimes they could easily sway with the same influence, but how do we bring them back, and not only that, how we give them a life outside of just the sporting talent. And that is my challenge as well. You have a lot of people who served well in terms of sports and the talent,
and after that
they disappear. So they're no longer in the playing and the productive years, you would call it, but they disappear. So how do we help them to realize, okay, there is an opportunity, and the opportunity might not just be technical, but it could be administrative, it could be other things. How do you see if contributing to the sport, going forward? And I think that's where we are, and that's what we want to see. I am confident in the executive that we have. in terms of the people, us going forward, I think we can do great. We can build on what we have done over the years, Mr. Crony and his team. We can do some work, but of course, at the end of the day, which I'm going to sway to Mr. Crony now, I always say to people, you could do what you want, but you have to, in any sport, you have to allow for match practice, structured match practice, where you can do certain things. And then, so I would like Mr. Crony to speak about our next activity that we have on the calendar, and that is our cricket tournament.
Okay.
So,
Mr. Crony, the floor is yours.
Well, let me say good morning to our viewers, our listeners, wherever you are this morning. And first, I just want to acknowledge the sentiments expressed by our newly elected president. Certainly, we have gone a long way, relationship way back. And what is happening to the St. David's League now is an added dimension in terms of his ability. He would know that I've been speaking to him a number of years now. I've been so busy, but I'm happy that he's there. And the fact that both of us is here give you an indication of our relationship. Despite I didn't stand for president, but I felt this is the time, that he should be there.
You have to also make sure that you have a very good vice president too, because he is so busy that he will be more out than in. I mean, his inputs and his contributions will be there, but physically he's a man that, So,
well, I think that's why it's important that I remain on the executive to give the sort of support that is necessary. But I'm happy that he's part of us. It really added a new dimension to St. David's cricket, to the St. David's League on a whole, and I am positive that things are going to happen in St. David's regards cricket and development. So let me just say that we would have discussed, and it's our intention to start big in 2026. We'll start off with a major tournament. I say major because it will be a tournament of a difference. What makes it different? One is the prize money we're looking at, and obviously the quality of the team that we expect to be in that tournament. It's scheduled to start on 10th of January. It's a T20 tournament. It will be played in the night, or Saturdays and Sundays. 2 games Saturdays, 2 games on Sundays, and also Friday night. And as I said, we are expecting some good teams. And when I say good teams, I mean structured. I mean organized teams that would be part of.
Let me ask this: are you looking for teams primarily from St. David, or it extended to the entire country?
We extended.
Okay.
We extended. And again, the reason for that is you want to build back the sort of interest. You want to even live the quality. If St. David's there, we will have some teams in St. David's, but we know there are some good clubs on the outside that would help lift even the cricket in parish of St. David's.
So in essence, the hope there is that St. David's could be the epicenter for the resuscitation of cricket in Grenada.
Well, most definitely. Because I tell you what, the standard we want to set in that particular tournament is one I think that would be above the normal. Sometimes we want to have a tournament in St. David or any other parish, just have a tournament. This time around, we want to really lift the standard in terms of the quality, official umpires. We want to make sure that everything are in place. A big official start we're planning for, which should be on the 10th. So you'll have, as you always have in cricket now, it moved to a stage where there's some festivity to it.
Yeah.
So the DJs and
entertainment
and different things like that. So that's the plan. And we will want to focus a lot on the promotion for those games, right? So that people are going to come out.
So you could rely on me for that, right?
Exciting them, and I'm happy. Yeah. We haven't really started yet, but people, you one of the first persons that's coming on board with us. Yeah. So that's a good thing. So we hope to get quite a number of persons involved and create a sort of atmosphere, that people will want to be part of it. I don't know if you saw, a T10 tournament that was held in Las Vegas. Right? That was really supported well by the people. And one sense that sometimes people want places to go, they want things to happen. And therefore we want to follow suit to make sure that people come out to the games and so forth. So the winning prize is $10,000. You don't often hear that term. This is a national or major tournament. Second $5,000 and the third place $3,000. And we still will have other prizes given, like man of the match and different things like that. We are hoping to stream at least the finals. If we could do more based on the support we get to sponsor, we're probably going to do more. But at least the final game, we are hoping to stream it live. Again, thanks to the Prime Minister who has seen it fit to give us his full support to make sure that we come off of that tournament. It's named the Prime Minister Cup, St. David's T20 tournament, and we are happy to have him on board. I think he give all his support to make sure that things happen, and it's an encouragement to all of us. Mere fact that we can get some support from the top. Then we do expect other sponsors, because as you know, cricket takes in a lot, but we hope to provide the environment for cricket to run. For instance, the teams won't be required to buy balls, but we're going to provide balls for the tournament. So it's a matter of getting the teams out, getting themselves organized and turn up to the games. We only ask for a fee of $400 entrance fee. Registration. Right. Okay. And we're hoping that by the 10th of December, team that is interested will apply to be part of it. And probably I'm looking at about 8 teams for the most, because sometimes it's not the amount of team, but the quality of cricket. So we really want to focus on the quality of cricket that it gives out. And we want to make this a trademark. And St. David's Parish again want to lead. We have been doing that for a lot of years. You look at the players who would have come through for St. David's, represented the Grenada and onto the national and onto the West Indies team. So we have produced. And the parish continue to personally look at St. David's Parish. When you're talking cricket, you call St. David's Parish. Right. We want to maintain that. We want to live the standards of everything that we do. And having a tournament for the first time, having the first tournament for 2026, we are hoping that really would be starting a block where we're going to kick off. We're going to kick off to do a lot of great things.
Hence the reason why I said it would be good if it can be used as that nucleus for reviving not just cricket but good structured cricket, and by extension communities. We are hoping that you're going to rub off, because when coming off at this cricket, I think as Mr. Moreno has suggested in terms of the club team structure, is something we have talked about, that personally want to get themselves organized. They want to be part of it. But I can tell you that that won't be the only tournament we have for 2026. We already begin to talk about September. And we have the Virgin Parish Relay Meet coming up again too, the second annual. Remember that from last year? So we expect to do quite a lot of things in St. David's. We have a committed team. I think a team that experience know what is necessary in terms of the executive. Therefore, we are hoping that we're going to make a huge difference in cricket, not only in St. David's but in Grenada. We are happy to have Delia Noel, and that's one of the females on the executive. Right. Yeah, secretary, and for the short time, tremendous person. So we are hoping for big things. Well, congratulations, guys. Like I said, will there be space on a team for me? Something on one of the teams?
Well, you can manage a team.
No, I want to play, man. I want to play cricket, man.
But we want to have, as Mr. Cooney said, we want to make the tournament big. we are not here just to debunk something. So we're not really competing with anybody, any parish. We just want to do something that is of quality, and whatever we do, we see it as, helping to build cricket overall. Because as Mr. Crony said, the tournament will be open not just to St. David. So we expect to see players best of our players, that are available on shore. So, and we also want to encourage, even while it might be teams, and we know we might attract some clubs as well, because there are clubs still existing throughout Grenada. But we want to see also management structure as part of the thing. We want to take it to the next level, so people coming and participate. And we're trying to push the quality. After that involvement, thanks to the Prime Minister for his support, we don't want to see, people come in, and not realizing the seriousness. And I want to just emphasize something, because we were looking at this, and I'm happy that Mr. Crony mentioned the fact that balls will be available. If we are saying balls available, basically the team literally, they're not paying much for registration. So $400 if you compare the cost of a ball and you're getting the ball. So we want to encourage teams and quality and teams participation, right? So we don't want people to see, okay, well look, that bad, because you have to contribute to how we're going forward. We want to make it, as we're going to say, one that is fun, enjoyment, but some seriousness. So for the patrons, we're going to have fun, you're going to have attractions, but at the same time, we want the players to take it serious, because it will be an opportunity for, especially if we get to have more than one of the games streamed.
Yeah.
Because once you're streaming, it's open up to not just a local audience. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we want
exposure. Very from England might call you.
Very much. So we want people to do that, and as Mr. Chris, we're looking forward. We're going to sit down. We're going to plan. And we're hoping to have, cricket, because I have been sharing this to one of my colleagues who has served also at some point on St. David's executive before when I was there. And people kind of concerned when you talk about T10 or T20 cricket. What happened to the cricket? That was the first thing, because when you want players to build up mental toughness and so on, you need to look at. But I am saying to them like this: we start somewhere, we're going to go forward. We're going to evaluate as we go along and look at how we're going to structure, because we have to get our players as well, talking about parish players, match ready as well.
Yeah.
So even though the technical work would be done, we're going to get them match ready. So that's something that we need to look at. So it's not just, yes, that would be our first major activity for the year, but we want to look at how we're going to sit down, plan, and come up with a plan of action as to what we're going to do for 2026, 2027, as we go forward.
I just want to make a point here as we speak about the two-day cricket. The short of alternate game, T10, T20 matches, and you've seen that I played all over the world. Now, the two-day matches or the longer version is really the best. It's really the best, because this is where you learn cricket. This is where you have your technique had to be right, and you play proper cricket. Maybe this is why we are not seeing our best performance at the top.
At the top level.
But it also means that you need to have structured clubs, proper organized clubs, because two-day cricket takes a lot more in terms of your time, in terms of money, because we have preparation and so forth. And I think this is one of the challenges we have, in that we does not have the organized clubs, and so it makes it more difficult to have the longer version of the game. But we hope we'll be able to cross that bridge and get back to there.
We will. Any parting words, gentlemen?
Well, I want to say thanks to you for having us, and also to encourage the whole of Grenada, to be part of our tournament. We want to encourage the teams to register early, because Mr. Cooney talked about we have a threshold. We're looking for a max of 8 teams, so we want people to register early, because we would have to. I am certain that we'd have to make some kind of decision as to going forward. So we want people to come forward early and get to us, and let's see how we can move the tournament forward. And as I look forward with optimism in terms of what we're going to do as an executive, and I look forward to the tournament and to the year 2026 and beyond.
Well, we inviting persons to prepare to be a part of that cricket activity. As I said before, we want to make it people friendly, people will be able to come out and really be part of that. So I want to, as the president would have said, I want to encourage the teams.
Would there be an entrance fee for the match days? Have you come to that as yet?
Well, let me see that. There have been a discussion. It has been a suggestion and a discussion. But we don't think that we want to go that route at this time. You know. I also want to see that we are hoping to have a sort of press conference just before the tournament, where we'd have all the teams being represented. We're also going to have the sponsors to be part of it. And again, as I say, just to create something different, to make it big. So that is something we are looking forward to in terms of that press conference before the tournament starts.
Okay. Sounds good, gentlemen. Well, of course, as I said, you have one man in the media already. You know, I take that responsibility to use my hub here to disseminate all the information, and you could call me anytime, and I'll be there.
Thank you very much.
And I wish us all the best. And thanks to the sponsors for, undertaking such an initiative, supporting such an initiative. You won't be disappointed. I know eventually when you see what transpires from this, you invest more into it.
Of course.
Yeah, definitely. Folks, that's it for the conversation. Thank you for being with us. It's been a pleasure. It's a long ride, but that's the way we roll. It's 26 minutes after 8 o'clock.